everyone, I'm JD from Willowbound Journals, and today I am going to make a Daphne's diary from start to finish with you in this video. So I've got this Daphne's Diary magazine in front of me. It is number 5 from 2024, and I've already gone through it in a previous video, taking out pages and images and words that speak to me. So I am now left with all these beautiful pages that I can use to turn into a journal. So the first thing I do is just rip off the front cover, because this is what I want to use for the front, for the first journal that I make. I'm going to make a cover with the back cover as well, but that one I'll save for a members video. So I'm just going to fold this in half, because I love having the Daphne's Diary written on the front, and I love big journals. So I want to, it's a beautiful magazine. I want to preserve all the magazine and not have to cut anything away. So I do prefer larger journals. Now there is a line here, so I am just going to cut along that line, and then I'll fold it, and that will guide me to cut it along here so that they will match, and then that way we have a beautiful journal cover. So very, very simple. It's one of my beginner journal making classes that I teach, because it's one of the most simple ways to make a journal. So you can see I've cut out some bits and pieces around the place where I looked for images and words for the soul journal course that I am running. So any words or images that really spoke to my soul, I just cut them out and put them aside, and what I'm left with are some of these gorgeous pages. So what I'm looking for are 10 pages from this magazine to go in the Daphne's Diary journal. Now these pages are a little bit thicker, but they would make wonderful pages. I mean, they could make a great cover in its own right, couldn't they? But yeah, I'm just going to probably use those as pages in a journal. I actually like this image here. Could use that in the I like this image too. I like all these images. These are all lovely. I could definitely use those in the soul journal as well. I do love all of these. These are gorgeous. So I might take that one out, and this one. Journals. Love the journals. So glad they're featured in the magazine. It's one of my dreams to be featured in Daphne's Diary. Now when I pull out pages, I am looking for both front and back looking good, so I know that whichever way you look at the... Oh, this is stunning. I could cut that out, put that in my soul journal. See, I'm going to do a second pass through and actually film another video for this Creative Soul course where I go through the magazine again. This is stunning. All right, that will go into the Creative Soul course video as well, and journal. This is okay. There's so much that I missed the first time round, and that's the other thing, because when you sit down at a certain time, different things will speak to you. So now I don't know, about a month or so has passed, and different things are now speaking to me as I'm looking at these pieces second time round. So yes, I am looking for 10 feature pages. I could look for 20, because yeah, like I said, I will make another journal using the back cover, and I'm kind of also looking for things that match the cover loosely. That's not a requirement, but I do like to have them match if possible. Really love this. I want to put that in my soul journal too, I think. And I would pull that out. It's just that it's not really matching the colors. I'm looking for more yellow themed pieces, but that could go in a different journal with a blue cover maybe. Like even this could represent like planting your soul. That could be a soul journal prompt. Where do you want to plant your soul? Okay, there's also this poster. Sometimes I use the poster as pages, but because, you know, it's white on this side, I don't necessarily want to do that. I find there's a lot of yellow and blue in this particular magazine. Oh, I love these pages. These are always fun. And because of the yellow, you know, you've got that sort of bee theme. So I think I'm going to put all the bees into this journal. All right. So I've probably got more than 10 pages, which is great because then I can pick and choose. And I definitely know I want the bees in here. So let's go ahead and we will start folding and preparing these pages. So I'm going to grab my ruler and a pen, and this way I can just cut these pages down to size. Like that. And great thing is, because it's such a large size cover, I'm not going to have to trim off too much, and then you get to preserve all of what is on the page. So just a reminder, you cannot sell anything with Daphne's diary in it due to copyright. They mentioned that on their website. You know what, I'm going to go this way so you get that bee here. And I do like folding the pages in different ways, horizontal, vertical, just so you get different looks with each of the pages, so they're not all the same. I mean, you could definitely, of course, okay, just trying to think where I want that to go. I want that to go here so it doesn't cut off those words right here, and then that half goes there. So then I've got 2 pages. I might even just fold it this way because I want that to be at the front. So then you see I've got like these 2 smaller pages, and it gives me that variety, that lovely, lovely variety. Now I'm just going to have a look through here and just see which ones kind of speak to me the most in terms of what I want in this journal. Okay, so I'm thinking that kind of matches that, and these are just really stunning pages, so let's go with these. They're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pages. So then that will give us 5 pages, and then we're halfway there. I like using these as the feature pages because I want to make Daphne's diary the star of the show. So, you know, some of my journals that I make have a lot more variety. There's, you know, 10 pages from different books represented, and that's fun to do. But when I want to just make one particular book or magazine the star of the show, then I will only use pages from that book. And it creates some beautiful journals, some simple journals, but some very beautiful, beautiful journals. So again, just ruling where I need to cut along that edge. So I'm going with a bit of a floral bee theme, which works because bees land on flowers. So I'm going to pull out the other pages that have flowers on them, I think, like these. And then I just think I will go this way so you get that beautiful flower here. And then just making sure I don't cut it in a really weird spot. That looks about right. So now I'm going to have a tall, narrow page, which is great because I don't have a tall, narrow page yet. So that's perfect. I could include like a smaller page here. I'm not, but you definitely could. I'm going to maybe do another narrow page like this, so you can feature that daisy. And that rose is beautiful. Honestly, I would be happy to cut out that rose and include it in my own soul journal. So now, again, I just want to make sure I'm not cutting anything. So I'm just going to go here. Again, this could be a lovely little page. Now that was not straight, so let me try that again. Yeah, I wanted to keep all of that image there. Just try tidying it up a little. So now we've got 7 pages. Do I want to include this? I feel like this is a really sweet little, like it's a tiny page. I don't usually like including such small pages, but it adds to the variety, so I'm going to include it, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful page. So that's 8. Next, I think I want to add these 2. So birds and butterflies can pair up with the bees and the bees and what am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. The bees, the birds, and the butterflies. I don't know. I just like that. So trimming that down. They are a little bit thicker, but I think it should be okay. I might only have to. I'm thinking that I'm going to have to only include one of them because they are quite thick. So I'll save that for the other journal. We can put one in here. All right, so what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then this one's got some beautiful flowers on it, so I might use this one. And I might do, okay, what am I going to do here? I'm going to do it this way because I don't have that many larger pages now. They're all quite narrow. Not all, but a lot of them are quite narrow. And then we will trim it down on the side. Like that. Okay, now I've got my pages. Next thing I want to do is prepare my blank pages. Now you can use any pages for your blank pages. These are the ones for writing on. So I get questions about how do you use a Daphne's Diary journal? How do you use a junk journal when some of the pages already have writing and pictures on them? Well, for me, if I like the pictures, I keep them so that they're beautiful and decorate my journal. If I don't like the pictures and if I want to cover up the writing, I use those pages to add photos. I use them to add ephemera, maybe to create my own journaling spaces with some printable doilies. So then I have the blank pages, and that's what I use to write on. I mean, I can write on the magazine pages too if there's some blank space, or if I create my own journaling spaces on them, where I would maybe stick on some ledger paper or some coffee dyed paper, or a printable doily, a linen that I can write on. But yeah, for most of my writing, I would use the blank pages. So you can use whatever blank pages you would like, whether it's plain white paper, coffee dyed paper, ledger paper, music paper, vellum, pocket pages. You can do all of that wonderful variety. In a lot of my other junk journals, I do include all of that lovely variety. But for these, like I said, the Daphne's Diary pages are the star of the show. They're the feature pages. And I just want to create beautiful, simple journals where they alternate with a feature page with a blank page, feature page, blank page, and then the feature pages are the star of the show. Now, how many do I have here? I want 10, 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, perfect. So I'm just using cream paper. This is normal printer copy paper, just cream instead of white. So I just buy a ream the same way I buy a ream of printer paper. I just buy a ream in the white for my printer and cream for my journals. I use cream paper for my personal journals. It's my favorite paper to use for my personal journals because then I don't feel like it's too special to use, but it still has a little bit of extra interest rather than just using plain white paper. And the cream color I feel like ties in well with vintage journals. I get it just from the local stationery shop, but you could get it from Officeworks. You can order it online. And of course you can get different colored paper too. So in the past, I used to match the papers, the color of the paper to the cover. So I would use yellow paper, for example. In fact, you know what? Having said that, I'm going to use some yellow paper for this journal, because it has a yellow cover and I'm using bees and yellow flowers. So I'm actually going to use some yellow paper just for a bit of fun. And that's what I mean. You can just totally easily mix and match things. Okay. Maybe even do them a little bit shorter or narrower. And you can definitely add all color pages. If I wanted, I could do all yellow pages. I don't think I want to do all yellow pages though. I think I want to alternate yellow with the cream. And yeah, it provides just a little bit more interest, but you can definitely do, you know, yellow and green, all the colors of the rainbow, any combination that you want. So my combination that I'll do for this journal, I think it will depend on what they look like with the feature pages. But I think it's going to go yellow, cream, or cream, yellow, cream, yellow. So I'm just going to prepare these ones as well, 5 of each. And then we'll see what happens. Whoops, all right. Now, I do need to trim these, I think. Not very much though. All right, so I probably can just trim it myself, eyeballing it here, because I know not much needs to come off the top. So I'm just going to trim off a little bit for each of these pages. And you could play around with this. You could make these smaller, bigger, wider, narrower, and really have that variety as well. But for these journals, I like having full-size pages. So I want 5 of these. All right. And now we will start arranging these pages. All right, so I know I want a cream page to start because I don't want anything to compete with this beautiful page. So I want cream to start, and then let's pull all these out. I kind of, let's see if I can show you on in frame a little bit. I just deal them like cards so I can see what I've got to work with. And then I will choose, wow, okay, I think I want the bees next because that's sort of the theme of this journal. Then I want yellow page will work. Then I might want one of these pages here, like the one with the dragonfly to go first. Then we'll go the cream page. Then I think we want to break it up a bit and have a smaller page like this. And then a yellow, it'll look nice with the yellow flowers there. Beautiful. actually want that at the bottom. I'm going to put that there. All right, now I want a larger page, so let's go with this one. Let's go with cream. Now we want a narrow page and a yellow. Beautiful. Okay, so then I think I want another bee, and that will look lovely with the yellow. Then we'll go cream. Then we might go this thick page here. And then we'll go yellow. Then we'll do this beautiful image with cream. Then this smaller one, really sweet, with a yellow. And then to finish, this one here. Okay, I'm actually thinking maybe not. That's not working with the color scheme, and I've already got one page like this, so I think this will be nice in that other journal where I use the back cover. So I'm actually going to just do that. So that leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 pages, like full-size pages, double that, because they're, you know, doubles one side here, and then double that again because you got the front and backs. So you get a decent sized journal with it. Now I'm just going to put some masking tape down the spine just to sort of reinforce that hinge a little bit. I have got 3 personal Daphne's Diary journals, and they have none of them. I've had them for years now, some longer than others, but years, and that hinge has held. But if you are worried, you can put tape on the outside as well. You can add some lace or some paper. I always figure if mine does eventually break that hinge, I'll just add more tape. Just keep adding more tape. I love masking tape. It's my favorite. I also could use washi tape, so definitely could use washi tape as well. But I just have a love of masking tape. I just love the cream color again, and I love that it can be used for so many different things. So now I'm going to bind it. I've got my long bobby pins here where I can catch those pages and hold them in place. Now I've got my awl, and I need to get some embroidery thread. Now I don't have yellow. I'm just wondering, do I do pink as a contrasting color, or do I just go for like a neutral? I think I'm going to go a neutral. I could definitely do pink, and that would be a lovely contrast color because there is pink featured on the cover and the pages. But I'm actually just going to go more of the neutral. Brown is sort of my go-to. Brown can work with anything. Now I'm just going to poke a hole through the middle. Grab my needle. It's a tapestry needle, and that catches it there, so it holds those pages in place. I'm going to come down here and go through this hole down the bottom and pull it through, and now I will go back through this middle hole, pulling this thread down so it doesn't catch, holding that in place so the pages don't move again, coming in through here at the top, and we'll poke that back through that hole. Very quick and simple 3-hole pamphlet stitch. This is called. Very, very quick and simple way to bind a journal. And then I'm just going to trim those edges, and before I tie the knot, I just want to push those in and check the tension. Make sure it's not too tight, not too loose, and then wiggle, wiggle, wiggle so that that is centered. And then I will do a double knot. Sometimes I do a triple knot, but for this, double knot is good. Remove the bobby pins, and look at that. We have made a journal. So beautiful. So simple. I just want to trim this page. I know I don't need to, but to my eye it's going to look tidier if I trim that. But you definitely don't have to do this. It just looks like it's sticking out more than all the other pages, so I'm just going to trim that. And then this one here, I just want to trim as well. But you definitely don't have to. Absolutely not a requirement. Just looks nicer to my eye. In fact, I'm just going to do this one too. And yeah, let me know if you followed along at home with this video. If you have a Daphne's Diary magazine at home, maybe you had the same one. Okay, and I'm just not happy with that edge. Oh, okay. And then this is usually what happens. I just kind of get on a roll and start cutting. And you can cut them more in or out if you want, just so that you have more of that variety of pages. So some are narrower than others. My cutting wasn't very straight then, so I'm just going back in, and yeah, I just wanted to straighten these up to my eye. Again, it really doesn't matter, but to my eye, I just want it to look neater. Neater, neater, neater. All right. I don't know, this one just doesn't look straight, that edge. This is something, I might have glue on my scissors and it might be affecting that. Just might be affecting that a little bit. So, but yeah, the journal is made, and look, we did that in less than half an hour. So this is why I use this as a beginner basic journal to make when I teach beginners, because it's so quick and easy. Look at that, so good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you joined along in the I was going to say description box, in the chat below, in the comments below, that's the one. And yeah, if you love this video, feel free to check out YouTube membership, because I will be doing another video probably straight after this. I'm just going to keep on filming for my members, and I'll show you how I make a journal out of the back cover. And for my beautiful patrons, I have another Daphne's Diary magazine. For my patrons, I'll be sharing how I make a Daphne's Diary journal out of this particular magazine. This is number 7. So that one will come a bit later. I'll let you know when that's up on my Patreon in case you want to check that out as well. So huge, huge thank you to all of you. Big, big thank you, especially to my members and patrons who keep this channel going and allow me to do this as my full-time job and live my creative dreams. I appreciate you so much for believing in what I do, for liking what I do, and supporting what I do. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. A big special thank you to all my patrons who supported me in January. Thank you so, so much for allowing me to do what I do here on YouTube, making journals and teaching journaling courses and running creative workshops. If you would like to become a patron, you can click the link down below in the description box to my Patreon, and that is where you get access to all my extra videos, including journal making series each month. The Ruby tier gets you access to every printable kit in my Etsy, plus new ones each month, all accessed on my Patreon. Higher tiers get you access to printables and happy mails and journals sent to you in the mail. So feel free to check that out, and I thank you so much for your incredible support.